Hello, I'm Rachel Jones for the Finance News Network. Joining me today in Melbourne is Managing Director of Altura Mining, James Brown. James, welcome to the network.
Thank you for the opportunity to tell the Altura story.
Now, first up, James, could you start by giving us an introduction to Altura?
We've entered into the production ranks of lithium concentrate producers into the expanding electric vehicle market. We've completed 12 months of full production through commissioning. We've had 2 consecutive quarters of commercial production. We're seeing we had a production record in the previous quarter of around 45,000 tonnes of lithium concentrate, and we're seeing, more importantly for us, our cost structure coming down to establish Altura as one of the longer term, in excess of 24 years mine life and lowest cost global producers of hard rock lithium concentrates.
And how many shipments have you made, James?
Presently we have 15 shipments, around 114,000 tonnes to date, and we're consistently shipping out of the Port Hedland.
And what makes Altura different?
I think what makes us different is that I believe we have the correct product at the correct time. We've been able to make inroads into an established market with few suppliers. What differentiates our products is probably the lack of impurities. Obviously we sell a very low mica product, which is obviously detrimental to lithium hydroxide and carbonate production. So we're seen as a very amenable product. It's very amenable to upgrading and integration into the system. So I think from our perspective, we're able to supply what people want and when people want it.
Now let's talk about your financials, James. You recently announced a new shareholder, your largest shareholder in fact. Can you tell us more about this?
Recently we welcomed Ningbo Shanshan as our largest shareholder in Altura at 19.4%. Shanshan is the largest global anode and cathode producer and certainly in the top 4 of electrolyte producers. So having them come on board with a fairly senior holding in the register, they hold a board position, so obviously we've got intelligence and an alignment with which was happening in the downstream battery industry is very reassuring to all shareholders in Altura.
And James, can you tell us about your rights issue to raise 21 million? What will these funds be used for?
Rachel, the rights issue will underpin the further stabilisation of the company as it approaches its nameplate production. So we believe that's fairly imminent. Certainly we've forecast that before the end of the Australian financial year, but we think we're approaching that somewhat closer. It strengthens our balance sheet, allows us some flexibility in going forward and certainly implementation of improvement processes so we can optimise our product stream, and we have a fairly extensive exploration portfolio. We've just taken on some more territory in the Pilbara, and we're certainly looking at increasing our presence and inventory levels around the mine site and the new areas that we've acquired.
And to the last question now, James, what is the outlook for 2020? What can shareholders expect? From
a practical perspective and an operational perspective, we're always striving to achieve our nameplate production levels, which is around 18,000 tonnes per month of lithium oxide concentrate. We're very close to those levels. We reported in September quarter that we'd produced around 45,000 tonnes. We believe we'll be able to advance on that in our forecasting for the next quarter. We're also looking, importantly for us, as one of the areas that we can control and we should be in control is our costs. We believe we'll be able to significantly reduce our costs and heading towards sub $300 operating cash cost. We reported $365 average for the September quarter, and improvement processes are underway, and we're certainly feeling that we're closer to achieving that mark during the near future.
James Brown, good luck for the raise, and thanks so much for the update today.
Thank you, Rachel. We're much appreciating having me on your show.